Play action. Pumps
another
once.
deep ball.
He's looking out in front. Is Godwin. Chris Godwin. Touchdown. State touchdown.
Serenity of State College, Pennsylvania. On this final day of September, Happy Valley is not. 1-4 is something a Joe Paterno team has never been. And the forecast is clouded further by a strong breeze from West Lafayette. Adam Taliaferro, there's 94,000 folks wearing these, partner. Adam Taliaferro, the freshman defensive back, if you missed it, from Penn State, was injured late in the game against Ohio State last week. Yesterday, his teammates held a prayer rally.
What happens to Adam is out of our hands. It's in the hands of, as Larry said, a God who is still creating miracles. A God who we believe in. And a God we pray to. So thank you.
Their way back to within 4. It's been his favorite receiver on third down. Hasn't found his tight end Stratton much today. Brees waiting, and down he goes. Michael Haynes got to him on one side. His last punt went 51. Had some trouble this year with block kicks, bad snaps. We'll watch from behind it. His protection has been better today. These are the guys where they've had the problems. Out on the wings. Here comes the pressure. He won't get rid of it. And Penn State's got him trapped. Derek Wake came flying up the middle, and Dorsch just never had a chance. There he is. Jefferson's in there with him. Big number 39. And it's Jefferson. Touchdown. Penn State takes the lead. You bet. They're doing some talking up there.
Purdue's had problems with their punt and special teams all year.
Snap. They got to him again. Same guy. Straight time, Dorsch from about the same spot. There goes Upton in motion. Play fake, Casey. Gonna head for the pylon himself. Touchdown! Rashard Casey rolled out and had just enough real estate. They still have a long way to go and a short time to get there. Brees, pump fakes, throw, down man open, got it to the right side. 3 wideouts, final play of the ball game. Purdue needing a miracle. Drew Brees trying to deliver one. He'll throw long, all the way to the end zone. Floats it out there, tipped and knocked away, and Penn State has upset Purdue.
What's the center of this in terms of the whole week? Your thoughts at this moment?
You are invited to join now.
It's very hard for me not to
I understand.
jug up when I think of Adam, but we wanted to do. These kids wanted to win for themselves. They needed a win. Like I tried to tell people, they worked hard and they deserved it. And I'm glad. Adam, if you're out there watching, we're still praying, kid. We're praying for you.
3rd and 7. Casey, lots of time. Now he's in the pocket. Now he's not. Now he's throwing, and it's caught. McCoo to the 39-yard line. Casey. They still don't have him. He's on the loose. Casey to the 35. To the 25. He's 10. He's 5. He's in. Touchdown. 39 yards. What
And since 1950, his name has been synonymous with Penn State football. National championships in 1982 and 1986. The 300-win plateau came in 1998. And tonight, he can equal the legendary Bear Bryant in career victories. But nothing in that long and illustrious career could prepare him for the closing moments of a game September 23rd of last year. As Adam Taliaferro lay motionless on the field, Paterno and his Charges were devastated. The following week, his emotions overflowed.
Adam, if you're out there watching, we're still praying, kid. We're praying for you.
The prayers have been answered, and tonight number 43 is again part of the team.
Taliaferro on 3. 1, 2, 3. Taliaferro.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has been an inspiration to his teammates, all Penn Staters, and thousands of others for his courage, tireless work, and determination to return to the field tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penn State's number 43, Adam Taliaferro.
Penn State has played football for 115 years, and they've had 71 All-Americans, but no Nittany Lion has ever stood taller than number 43 does tonight. A miraculous moment for all of us. Comes Penn State, the largest home crowd ever at Beaver Stadium, and only the 6th time they've ever played in this facility at night. Beaver Stadium, there's the previous ones. Penn State won 3 of the 5. Quite a setting. It's a beautiful night, by the way. It's cool. It's football weather, believe it or not.
12,000 new seats, 60 new suites. And the field we were on last night, it was just gorgeous.
Yep. Kick goes again. Larry Johnson 2 yards deep. They'll bring it again. Johnson weaves his way through the middle. Got a kicker to beat and did. Across the 40. Johnson down the sideline. Going to be knocked out, but it's going to be about a 75-yard return. Philip Buchanan saved a touchdown.
Larry Johnson is special. He's one of the running backs, one of the 3 running backs. Mine is so good on kickoff coverage of getting down inside the 20 so quickly.
In the second half. Absolutely, they're hanging tough right in the ball game. And wait a second, here we go. Jonathan Wells is taking off. A 65-yard run. Wells and Jenkins. Penn State needs a big play. Off the play action, it's picked off. Picked clean by Derek Ross. And Ross is going to go all the way for the touchdown.
Penn State struggling now to try and get back in this thing, or at least Steve at this point, just get something going. Get a first down, get a little positive momentum because they're shell-shocked after those 14 points.
Here's Mills going to keep it on the option. He's hopping over people, and he's going to go! He's going to go! Mills down the sideline! Touchdown! 69 yards! Mayer, who forced fumbles in consecutive games earlier, recovers that one. Let's see what Zach Mills can do with it. Thrown across the middle, and it's caught to the 25. It's Brian Johnson, and here come the Nittany Lions. Working on Brian Johnson. Here's Mills now. Throwing, looking for the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown, Tony Johnson. 26 yards on the pass play. Belisari on play action. Nobody bought that fake. He's down to the 30-sack. Our way into an invitation, but it didn't work. Off the snap, it gets away from Mills, and he's able to recover. Unbelievable. Complete to R.J. Luke down the sideline. And he's pushed down at the 16 by Derek Ross.
Finally shoves them out of bounds, and with the 5 yards, they took 15.
No problem with that snap off the shotgun. What a touchdown! Eric McCoo! One of 7 true freshmen to play this season for Ohio State. This is from 35 yards, and it's blocked. The field goal attempt blocked.
They're making a lot of those breaks themselves. And now a for third down for Penn State.
Here's Mills, take it off. Lost the 50, the 40, the 30, and he is pushed out finally by Donnie Mickey. 35-yard gain by Zach Mills, and they're on their feet again. Seconds left.
What a great moment, Steve. What a great moment this has to be for Joe Paterno. A man once said a great man is one who reminds one of many, a man's best qualities. But the man himself was too involved to acknowledge his own greatness. I think that bespeaks Joe Paterno and what he has done here for Penn State.
He is the Paterno. He has done it, loved and respected by millions, surrounded now by hundreds. He now stands alone as the winningest coach in major college football history. Congratulations, Joe.
You know, Steve, did you think there was any way you'd win this game? 27-9 in the third quarter, a long way to go, and Zach Mills played an amazing second half. Good football player. These kids are good kids. They're good kids. They've worked hard. I know they give it their best shot. That's all you can ask. What? Here's Drew Paterno, guys. This football team is... They could have thrown this thing in a long time ago. They came back last week and they came back today, and I tell you, they're going to be one heck of a football team when it's all said and done. My Lord! Hey, thank you, guys!
We're under the lights for only the 7th time in Beaver Stadium history. We expect to set a record crowd-wise tonight. This is the most fans ever to watch Nebraska play in person. They're on the road at Beaver Stadium against the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Bob, I've never seen a crowd this juiced here, and that might be in more ways than one. Mills, the end around to Robinson. Heading for the corner. Robinson, touchdown! And here's to you, Mr. Robinson. A block on Capone by Davies, the fullback. And now on a little play-action cross buck, it's Lord rolling. Haynes chasing him down. Loose ball. Michael Haynes. Nope, they're going to wave it dead.
Said it was a pass.
Michael Haynes is heading to the end zone, but this one's been blown dead at the spot that he tracked down Jamal Lord. Third down at 6. Stadium starting to rumble. Lord from the gun throws. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashard Gardner down the sideline. Touchdown! Rashard Gardner for the score. Hasn't faced. Here's a toss to Larry Johnson. Johnson off to the races, cuts to the middle of the field. Now it's a foot race. Larry Johnson, one man to beat. No way. Touchdown. He's over 200 in the first half. 18th rushing touchdown of the year, but the longest play Michigan State's allowed all season, 78 yards. When he made the cut back to the middle of the field, Bob, you knew it was over.
Oh, yeah, you knew it was over. I mean, it was almost too easy for him. It was a great run.
From the 22 on 3rd and 8. Down to Allen, trouble, and down he goes. I don't think they're going to give Haynes part of that. Jimmy Mitchell, the linebacker, did most of it. Otherwise, it would have been the half sack that Haynes needed to join the single-season sack record. But I think Mike was just in the area.
Yards is what he needs.
People are standing up out of the shotgun. Here's a handoff inside. And only got about a yard. I don't know that I've ever been at a Penn State game where everybody at the same time stood up, other than on a score. But when the offense took the field a moment ago, everybody stood up for number 5, and I think it's going to be one of those things where they don't sit down until he gets 2,000.
You got a couple things working here. You got it's 41-0. It's going to be that or more at half. You got a running back who wants to get 2,000. You got Joe Paterno not wanting to embarrass the other team on the other sideline.
2nd down and 8. Larry Johnson closing in on the magical number. Gets the toss. Johnson, here he goes! This is 2,000 plus for Larry Johnson! Touchdown, Penn State! And he does it with style. 38 yards, his 4th touchdown of the day, and look at his lineman.
They know, and she knows.
Yards for the senior. Let's see if the old man meets him on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
He might have to wait in line. There's little brother Tony. And now here comes Dad and son. There it is. Good job, boys. Both of you.
Just kind of not making the plays and giving up. This is not a good Michigan State defense. And there it goes.
What a way to do it. There's little brother Tony into the mix. Here come the Hogs. And Mom, her eyes look a little teary, don't they? There we go. She's got the camera with the big lens, but all she wanted to do was celebrate. She forgot about the pictures.
What'd she say? My baby?
My baby. Touchdown, my baby.
Yeah.
The folks that didn't know, they just saw it on the scoreboard.
The Buckeyes need a long two. Throws the out pattern, intercepted. Look out. Zemitis He's got room. Only Kretzel to get him. He goes by Kretzel, and Zamitis is gone. Touchdown, Penn State. A 78-yard interception return, and Zamitis, who leads the Big Ten with 16 passes defended, has his 4th interception of the year and his 2nd touchdown.
Right at the beginning of the game, we talked about the strength of this Penn State team. Rich Gardner, Yaakov Yisrael, and that man, Alan Zamitis, who had a 90-yard interception return against Purdue, and he didn't score that time, 78 yards for the touchdown, and he read the outcut by Jenkins beautifully.
David Kimball's extra point is good. And on Halloween weekend, it's frightening in here. All week long, the people in State College, Pennsylvania, have been saying upset. They feel the upset, and Zamitis is trying to make it happen.
The first down. Shevlin, the linebacker, made the hit, but Michael Robinson, who we said is going to carry the football some today, has carried it well on this opening drive. Nittany Lions, first down.
And Michael Robinson should carry the ball some. I mean, his strength is his versatility, is his running, is his legs. He's a good passer, not a great passer. He's fairly accurate, not real accurate. But if you don't use Michael Robinson's legs when he's out there, you're missing something.
Those his numbers on the year rushing. This time he pitches it to Williams. Boy, dangerous touch, and he's in. Touchdown. Not only we're expected to see number 12 carry it several times, but they want this kid to get his hands on the ball too. The electrifying freshman, Derek Williams, 13 yards, touchdown. Minnesota's defense, you can see they're huffing and puffing a little bit. They've been out there the whole game, or at least 2/3 of the game so far.
And it is unusually warm out on that field.
It was pretty cold a couple days ago. It's not today. Robinson, play action, being flushed out of the pocket. On the run, he'll keep it, tuck it. Oh, what a collision with Owens. And Owens got the worst of it. This is going to be a 51-yard field goal attempt by Nittany. His best this season is from 44. Trying to put Minnesota on the board, and it doesn't have a chance. Not even close. Minnesota comes away empty after a great kick return, and Penn State takes over, leading by 10. Minnesota's defense, you can see they're huffing and puffing a little bit. They've been out there the whole game, or at least 2/3 of the game so far.
And it is unusually warm out on that field.
It was pretty cold a couple days ago. It's not today. Robinson, play action, being flushed out of the pocket. On the run, he'll keep it, tuck it. Oh, what a collision with Owens. And Owens got the worst of it. And Owens. Suns play here and be stars at Penn State. Russell, oh man, is he met in the hole? Puzlesny, it's got to be him. See if number 31 gets off the bottom of the pile. There he is, 10-yard line.
See, these guys are carrying it because they don't want to give Morelli a chance to throw it.
Here's Kinlaw on the corner. Touchdown! Rodney Kinlaw runs the Penn State rushing total to 357 yards. I tell you one thing, speed kills, and speed is killing Minnesota right now. Everybody getting in the act. Kinlaw's only a sophomore.
So this should be Penn State's year. I mean, if they're going to have a good team, they have a senior quarterback in Mike Robinson. They have a senior offensive line. They have a senior defensive line. 9 seniors start on defense. So if they were ever going to make a move, you would think it would be this year, and they're off to a great start.
Boy, they're going to be a happy pride of Lions in that locker room, because I think they even question, you know, you do when you play and you have to come from behind against a team that you're supposed to beat. And then you've got questions about, well, have we played good enough competition? Now here comes Big Bad Minnesota with the top ground game in the country and the 5th best offense in the country, and I'm sure they're saying, well, they're coming into our lair, though. They're coming into our place. Let's see how good Lawrence Maroney is. Let's see how good Minnesota is. Now they're finding out. That's why I was talking about earlier. You talk about a confidence boost to the guys in blue and white. This is going to be huge.
Yeah, but I know the first thing that Joe Paterno will tell these guys in the locker room says, that was good. You passed this test. We'll find out how good we are when we play Ohio State right here next week.
3:46.
Show, but we are also ready to go crazy with college football. We are coming to you from a rainy but happy Valley. State College, Pennsylvania, home of the 5-0 Penn State Nittany Lions. Tomorrow night they will host the 6th-ranked Ohio State. True.
I have seen Paternoville. I have seen these students. There is nothing like this in the country.
The idea of students camping out all night so they can get tickets to the big game is nothing new. We've seen that at universities across the country. However, here at Penn State, there's something different going on. Last Sunday, a huge group of the student body here at Penn State decided they just didn't want tickets. They wanted to be in the front row for Ohio State, Penn State. So they set up a tent village just outside Beaver Stadium to make sure they got the best tickets available. It's a new town in Pennsylvania called Paternoville, and our cameras take you inside.
I started thinking about Ohio State last November as soon as we got the schedule out, and then it's just gotten bigger ever since after Derek Williams signed.
It's going to be the greatest game of the season. Chance to beat Ohio State and stay undefeated. It's going to be a great game, night game. Everyone's out here.
They work so hard every day, and they've been practicing since the spring. It's the least we can do to come out here, cheer them, get the stadium as loud as we can for the home field advantage.
I can't believe it. You're really sleeping in these?
Yeah! It's surreal.
Right, and if we didn't have a good football team coming into town tomorrow, we wouldn't be excited. They're going down now! And we're ready to go. Here comes Here comes number 10.
Welcome to Paternoville. For 7 days and 7 nights since the falling of Minnesota, a tent city has grown in the shadow of Beaver Stadium. Waiting to welcome the Buckeyes tonight. The motto here, the Nittany Lions have awakened 5-0 and finally ranked. It's sloppy. I mean, this is windy, drizzle, and it should be rainy throughout the day. Now, the field is covered. It can take some rain, but it's going to be a factor tonight. I'm telling you. Back in the day, this was rainy throughout the day. Now, the field is covered. It can take some rain, but it's going to be a factor tonight. I'm telling you. Back in the day, this was old school weather here.
Penn State has not been 5-0 since 1999. You have a hungry senior class here in Happy Valley. And when you have a Penn State team that is hungry, it affects the entire team. This team is eager. These fans are eager. Ohio State has their hands full tonight in Happy Valley.
The look of the landscape never changed. But for a few years, it felt wrong. As if a cornerstone of Pennsylvania's personality had gone missing. But head into Happy Valley now. There's pride once again in this paradise, a solid sense of identity. We are Penn State. This is who we are, where we belong. undefeated, and in the Big Ten title picture.
This is the way Penn State football should be. Other teams are really going to have to bring their best against us to stop us.
Across the border, a Buckeye state of stability. Always tough, always talented. And tonight, a test of Penn State's restored self-image.
About to go to war, man. You don't look at nothing but what's in front of you.
Are these Nittany Lions for real? Awaiting them at Beaver Stadium is the best way to
is charged up. We're going to have about 108,000 of them in here tonight. Light rain, but I think we're going to get away with an unbelievable evening. The Buckeyes come calling against the Nittany Lions. Here comes third down, Ohio State, and they got to take it out to their own 26 or kick the football away to the Nittany Lions.
Quarterback run, always a possibility in these situations.
Steps up. Gets away from one defender, going to be hit, in the open field and knocked down, and it's Paul Puslesny, the gentleman we were just talking about, the heart and soul of that defense, and that's what they're having to listen to. Forget calling an audible. Schnitker going to be stopped after his 1st and 10, the ball resting at the 13-yard line. The pitch goes back to Derek Williams, turns the corner at the 5, touchdown, Penn State. Troy Smith from the shotgun. Sets. Now here comes the pressure. More pressure. Backside, they're going to sack him. Oh, look at this crowd. I mean, they are up and they are making lots and lots of noise. Trying to get the Nittany Lions to get a defensive stop here. And it's third down. Ohio State needs the 30-yard line. Great protection. Ball is drilled. It is intercepted at the 30, and that's Lowry. 15, 10 at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, Penn State.
Let it see this place. You're trying to recruit players. How you could do that, I have no idea.
That's the best student section in the country. They're crazy.
Cautiously.
At the time, just surpassing Bear Bryant. Hit just as he recocked the ball by Jay Alford and Troy Smith. Third down, they need to take it out to the 44-yard line. Pressure coming off the corner, going to run it. 35 at the 40. In fact, he will not get the 40. Dan Connor trying to help out. From the shotgun, 2nd down. They need to take it to the 42. Here comes pressure. Ball is held on to. Now trying to run away, and he's sacked at the 25 by guess who? Paul Puslesny. Here comes pressure. Smith is hit and sacked. The ball is loose, and it's recovered by Ohio State. Tamba Hali with the hit. And the celebration is beginning down on the field. What a scene.
People want to know if Penn State is back. What would you say?
Oh, I don't know whether we ever left. Honestly, we had a good team last year. We just couldn't make a couple plays.
You did make the plays tonight, though. What was the difference for you on offense?
We hustled and we played smart football, didn't turn it over. You know, little things that win games, big games, we did.
All right, congratulations. Thank you, Coach.
So the celebration.
Senior quarterback Michael Robinson's final grand entrance here at Happy Valley. The leader of the Nittany Lion revival. And now one win away from clinching at least a share of the Big Ten championship. That's awesome. We welcome you to the BCS Spotlight game presented by ADT. Penn State 8-1 overall, hosting Wisconsin. And the Badgers are tied for first with the Lions. And today, the showdown on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. It is hard to believe, folks, that this is November. But the Big Ten standings certainly tell you the story. Penn State and Wisconsin deadlocked at the top. And Joe Pa's Nittany Lions roll out onto the field. Defensive end, the freshman from Connecticut. Smolko picks him up. Robinson off a roll, going for the touchdown. Got it! Dion Butler Wesley, the fullback, motions out of the backfield. Stocko sacked at the 45-yard line. Tambahali and Kozlowski, the Lion in winter. And he leads it. Biggest game of the year. Penn State 7, Wisconsin nothing. Draw play with Hunt. Behind Snow. Touchdown Penn State. Snow, a tremendous lead blocker. And last week, as Gary said, in very close, they gave it to Snow. This time he paves the way for hard-looking in goal. Play fake, Stocko. Looking for someone to clear. Throws back. Intercepted. He threw against the grain, and Zomaitis picked it off.
It was fun.
It was fun to watch. 21-0. Joe Paterno and Penn State with the lead. Softer right now. They expect Stocko to put it up. Down he goes. And you know who's got him. Tambahali, the senior interception. First down and 10. And here's Hunt bouncing it